one.
Okay, hello everybody. This is Monica Tierney from the Director of Parks and Recreation, and together today we have the Special Events Committee of Cynthia Borda and Kim Rhodes, along with Kathy Howe, who is from the Parks and Recreation Department, and James McCartney, who is the Supervisor Liaison. So I'm going to start the meeting, everybody, by just welcoming you back. It's been a very long time since we met before, and I think we're down to 2. So I don't think there's any way to vote on anything or anything like that, but maybe we can discuss a little bit about how you can support the staff in the preparation of special events in this upcoming year. We're bringing some back this year that we didn't have, and now we also have some additional ones that started during COVID that were popular, and so we're kind of doubling down a little bit. So I have Kathy Howe here, who does now a lot of the programming for Community Day and most of the events here. I want to make sure to include her in any meetings that we have going forward. And Kathy has started reaching out to potential sponsors for our events, and we kind of bundled things up. So if Kathy, do you want to talk a little bit about how we bundled the events and how we're kind of reaching out to sponsors now, and maybe even a little bit about the response?
Okay, so we grouped the events by large events and fundraisers and holiday events this year. The sponsor levels are anywhere from platinum at 10,000 down to bronze at 1,000. I've been reaching out to the past sponsors from last year, as well as some larger companies. We reached out to Bucks County Community College and just some other larger events, larger companies, to see if they'd sponsor. But we need help getting the word out with this. We're at the early stages of this.
Thanks, Kathy. So Kathy, we had talked a little bit about Kathy uploading maybe a Google Doc or a Google Sheet that maybe the committee could access too, if you feel that you could help in this way, and maybe breaking apart the approach to sponsors to help support these events. And then that way we can make them better and better for the community every year. Maybe offer more, maybe offer better prizes. Is this something that you think that you could support us with as a department?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Is that Cynthia?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fantastic. So if
I mean, if you could, as much as you can put in front of me, as far as, like you said, putting something on Google Docs, give us like what your goals and agenda is, and, maybe even make like an Excel spreadsheet or a table to show who's taking care of what and what needs to be done, kind of steps. Then, at our leisure, we can look at it and see what's going on, and they communicate by email, or, I think that would be easier. Like I don't even really know what you're talking about at this point, because I don't have anything in front of me.
Okay, so we can do that for you. We can give you a sponsorship packet and then create a Google Doc to kind of reach out to companies if you have connections or whatever. Kim, does this sound like something you could help with too?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we just don't want to step on each other's toes. So
yeah, we don't want to duplicate efforts.
Yeah, but sharing that information and then, flagging it if we look at it with someone we might know or have a relationship with or could reach out, and then divvy up the rest, right? So
right. That sounds great. So if maybe by next week we could have Kathy could set out the link for the Google Doc. She already has something that she's been working on herself, but I think she's going to clean it up and make it a little bit more shareable. And then upload that, and then we'll get you guys on the link. So that's the grassroots start of things.
And that document would have multiple events on it, or are you focused on community day or something like that?
It's going to have everything. So
Okay.
as Kathy explained, we're bundling things. So if people want to, they can either donate to one, say, big event and get a big one-time exposure, or they can donate to smaller events and get small bits of exposure over extended period of time, like multiple touches. So that's kind of how we're trying to sell sponsorship as far as this goes. And we're a little bit more clear about what kind of, Kim, kind of like we did before, but expanding to cover, because what we found is we were calling people about different things like throughout the year, and rather than nag them all year long, these are all the opportunities up front in a menu, and you can pick and choose what it is that you
I just want to make sure I understand before I would talk to anyone about.
Yeah, we can certainly discuss it further too. But and then other than that, we definitely need a lot of hands-on help when it comes closer to the events, like the extravaganza. We're stuffing eggs and putting stickers on eggs and hiding eggs all over the township. That one was a lot of hands-on work. Monster Mash, we have 2 hours to decorate the community center from when the seniors leave to when Monster Mash is. So we need a big turnaround. We need volunteers for things like that. So if we could have some hands-on help too, and if you have friends that you want to bring along.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question. Like, some of this stuff, can we just bring other people on? Because is the committee down to me and Kim?
I'm kind of wondering that. James and I were talking a little bit about that beforehand, whether it's worth continuing to have a formal committee, or do we just have a group of volunteers that get together to help with special events. I'm not really sure with 2 people left. Actually, there's one more, John, who I'm not sure that I've met before. So,
I don't think it's a bad idea, since Kim and I have been around for a while, if you value our input, to help you with some of this more broad stuff. And then as events come up, we can ask friends or whatever to help with that particular event.
Yeah, I definitely think that's great.
I don't think you need 50 people putting their input into certain things. You probably want to have some control over what you're doing, but you can bounce things off of Kim and I, on like a quarterly basis, monthly basis, whatever you feel necessary. But then, for the hands-on stuff, we'll just recruit people.
Yeah, we can do. We have a very broad volunteer bank now.
Okay.
So we could probably work through that too. But yeah, if you recruit people to add to the volunteers, I'd be grateful.
Right.
That would be great. So I am all for that. But that's really where we need the help right now, particularly. And I don't know if I sent out the agenda, I believe, to you. No, I didn't. I didn't send you the agenda, but it's very brief. It just goes over the dates and times. So we'll go and send out a list of all the events. Really, that's all it is, a list of the events with the dates. So Community Day will be August 27th this year. 9/11 is September 11th. Veterans Parade is November 5th. We also have a couple really cool extras that we're doing this year as fundraiser for our disability transition plan, ADA transition plan that we're doing in the parks. We're offering a Flyers game where we're selling tickets, and then a bus trip to the Flyers game if you want to add that. That's a fundraiser to go towards those projects. And then soon we'll be opening up Philadelphia Flower Show ticket sales. And then a couple dollars from each sale go back to the fund. So those are some additional things that we're doing. Not necessarily where we're planning the event, but we're doing extras for that too. So if you can, boots on the ground, help us advertise any of those things, that'd be great.
So the first thing coming up is Community Day? I thought you said something about...
well, we do have we'll have April 13th through the 15th is Extravaganza, which is we did last year in the parks. We did it all over the community for the 3 days we hid eggs, and people in the community were challenged to find eggs at the parks. and there were some giant eggs with big prizes in them. So
Oh.
we could, I think the biggest prize was 500 Park and Rec bucks, which went to summer camp or the pool membership. So there was a giant egg, a big, giant golden egg, and then there were like medium-sized eggs that had bigger prizes in them, like they got a fun pack, and then small eggs that just had candy in them. So we had those all around the parks for the 3 days. And then we also have a few races. We have a race in the summer, August 6th, a 5K anyway. That's also a fundraiser for the ADA transition plan. And then the September 11th, we have, or September 18th, we have the Garden Reflection 5K. And then November 4th, we have the race for the course. And
you said something about Monster. What is that? October?
Yep, we have the Monster Mash, October 7th, and a winter holiday fair and craft fair, December 3rd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have a lot now. You know, the biggest three, though, the big three are still Veterans Day, 9/11, and Community Day. Those are the biggest.
I thought there was a separate 9/11 committee, or there were for a while, a couple of them, right? So now you take care of that?
We did have the 9/11 committee this year for the anniversary, the 20th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the family members do help out with 9/11. So just helping with side setup and anything like that and prep for 9/11 is good enough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else have any questions about the schedule? Now you'll be getting this in the mail in the next couple of days too, and that has the full schedule on the inside, but we'll also make sure that you have the full special event schedule for next year.
Okay.
So that's that. So does anybody have any questions?
I mean, the schedule helps. I think just, identifying where you need the most help and what you need from us. So
Great.
we're willing.
Yeah.
Hey, Monica, real quick, I'm thinking a good idea would be, as these events draw closer, maybe like 30 or 60 days out, if you just want to send me a reminder, I can make sure that I can make some announcements during the BOS meeting, just to say if anybody's interested in volunteering during X event, please reach out to you or to the committee so you guys can get as much help as possible. So whatever the lead time is that you need, if it's 60 days or 90 days, just let me know and I'll try to recruit as much as I can.
Oh, I appreciate it. Recruit.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep.
And we'll put them on the community announcements too ahead of time. So like
Perfect.
a month out or so, we'll put it on the community announcements.
Yeah, I know everybody loves hearing about goat yoga, so you can always mix in this announcement as well.
That's one of our most popular classes now. I'll tell you.
I have yet to try it.
Yeah, I'm expecting that you'll be there and that there will be photos.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Actually, when you make some of those announcements or put information out, you could even ask for sponsorships at that time, because you never know who's reading or paying attention to the meetings who might know somebody directly to help with that kind of stuff.
That's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. So again, as you're getting closer to that event, just give me whatever the lead time that you think is appropriate. It sounds like this group can kind of put the framework together of what, how the event should run. And then it's just basically getting the manpower to, execute the plan. So if you need 30 days ahead of time or 60 days ahead of time, I'll just make sure that I repeat, at every meeting, hey, we have this event coming up. If you're looking to volunteer, reach out.
That's a big help. Thanks.
Yep.
James.
No problem.
So very good. And also, if anybody is willing to help with like press releases ahead or getting information out, or if they could write the press release, I could send it out, but having that support extra is great too. So anytime that you could help with that in preparation for an event, that'd be
Just
great.
ask.
Oh, I will. I promise. All right. Well, that's really all I had. Does anybody else have anything else you want to add, or anything that you feel that is missing from the schedule? Well, you don't have the schedule in front of you, so we can meet again and talk about that.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be great.
perfect. Okay. So I think we're all done here today.
Okay.
I guess we make a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time tonight.
Thanks.
All right. Thank
Thanks,
you.
everybody. Take
Yeah.
care.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.